All right, man. How everybody doing, man? Shalom, peace and blessings, man. All right. They can block me on Facebook and block me from doing live. All right, but they can't stop this truth from coming out, man. All right, let's look at something. Let's look at train up a child in the way it should go. What does that really mean? Okay, let's look at Proverbs 22:6. All right, and I'm reading from the TS 2009 scriptures version. All right, it says, 22 Proverbs. Mishale is the Hebrew word for Proverbs, and it's verse 6, 22 and 6. It says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he turns not away from it." Okay, now, what is it? All right. So, if we don't read the scripture line upon line, precept upon precept, we can just put it, we can replace it with anything. Train up a child in the way it should go. Okay, so what does that mean? Is it saying train a child up in the way that you know how, or train the child up in the way of the world? What is this saying? What is Proverbs 22:6 saying? What is it? Train a child in the way he should go, even when he is old, he turn not away from it. All right, now, so we're finna find out what is it. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's go to Deuteronomy 16. Devarim in the Hebrew. Devarim 16. All right, 16. No, I'm sorry. Devarim 11. Deuteronomy 11, we're going to read 16 through 22, all right? Okay. It says, "Guard yourself, lest your heart be deceived." Guard yourself, lest your heart be deceived, and you turn aside and serve other mighty ones, little gods, and bow down to them. Then the displeasure of Yahuwah shall burn against you, and he shall shut up the heavens, and there shall be no rain, and the land not give its increase. Meaning, he won't let it rain, right? And your fruit won't grow. Your crops won't grow, right? Well, you have nothing to eat. Okay? This is how famines happen. And you shall perish quickly, see? Because why? You ain't going to have no food to eat. From the good land which Yahuwah giveth you. Verse 18, "And you shall lay up these words of mine in your heart and in your being, and shall bind them up as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes." Here you go. "And you shall teach them to your children." You see? Speaking of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. See? See? That's in the Proverbs 22:6, that's the it that it's talking about. Okay? That's the it. When you say train up a child in the way he should go, and when he get older, he won't depart from it. Okay? It is what? Torah. All right? Let's get a few more precepts, man, so we can get some understanding. Let's go to Deuteronomy, Devarim 6. We're going to read 1 through 9. Watch this. "And this is the command." Command is what come out of the Most High mouth, right? Instructions is Torah. The commandments is Torah, all right? So when somebody say the commandments of the Most High is done away, they playing with your salvation. They're telling you to not listen to the Most High, okay? It says, "And this is the command, the laws and the right rulings," the laws and judgments, "which Yahuwah your Elohim has commanded to teach you to do in the land which you are passing over to possess, so that you fear Yahuwah your Elohim to guard all his laws, not some, and his commands which I command you, you and your son and your grandson." You see this? all the days of your life, and that your days be prolonged. You see? So this is what, when he say, train your child up in the way it should go, when they get older, they won't depart from it. He's talking about Torah. Train your children up in Torah. Teach them Torah. All right? Torah is just instructions from the Most High. Okay? Now, let's go to Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs 13. Let's go to Proverbs 13, man. We're going to read one line. It's verse 24. What did it say? He who spares his rod hate his son, but he who loves him seeks him with discipline. All right? What is this saying? That's the same scripture, train up the child in the way it should go, right? No. Spare the rod, you know the scripture, spare the rod, spare the child. Spare the rod, spoil the child, I'm sorry. So if you what is that rod? That rod don't necessarily mean a belt. That rod is correcting him, all right? Teaching him the way, all right? So if you spare that rod is a rod of correction, okay? So if you spare that rod, then your child will go out the way. Hey, if you don't tell your child that, hey, that stove is hot, don't touch it, guess what? He gonna go touch that stove. He gonna learn. He gonna burn himself, and he gonna learn, oh, it's hot, right? So it's the same thing with the Most High. We teach our children so that they may live. Whoever heard of the, when we was younger, they used to tell us, when you disobey your parents, you shorten your days. That's true, right? That's law too. That's Torah. Obey your parents, all right? That your days may be longer on the earth. So that's all he's saying, okay? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Okay? Let me pull it up. Ecclesiastes, verse 12, chapter 12, verse 13. What did it say? Let us hear the conclusion of the entire matter. Fear Elohim and guard his commandments, for this applies to all mankind. You see that? For that's the duty of man. For us to fear the Most High, that means respect him, all right? Keep his commandments. That's people's problem. They don't fear the Most High until, stuff going up up the stream. And in other words, people will say, S Creek. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, man. It's all here, right? Line upon line, precept upon precept. Now, how do we know the Most High not saying, train up your child? How we know he not saying, train your child up in the world? Let's go see. Let's go to 1 John, 1 Yahukanan 2 and 15. Okay? This is how you get your understanding, man. Not just read one scripture, and that's how doctrine is created. Through one scripture. You read one line, then you just go and you just make up the rest as you go along. That's not how it works. All right. Let's go to 1 John, 1 Yahukanan 2. We're going to read 15. What did it say? It said, do not love the world. So, how can you train your child up in the world? And he just said, do not love the world. Do not love the world, nor that which is in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Because all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. You see that? So when he say train your child up in the way it should go, he's talking about Torah. He's not saying train your child up in the way in the world. All right, let's get one more line, and then we're gonna look up the word enmity. Matter of fact, let's look up the word. Let's look up the word enmity right now. Let's see what it is. We're gonna look up the word enmity, and then we're gonna go to James 4 and 4. Watch this. Enmity. The definition of enmity, right? What does it say? The state of feeling or being actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. Okay. Now watch this. Watch James 4, which is in the Hebrew, the name James is Yaakov, Jacob. Okay. So I don't understand why they didn't just put the book of Yaakov instead of James. And I'll tell you why. Because Hellenized, right? The changing of names. Okay? There's no need to change the names. That's how people are misled. Look what he says. Adulterers and adulteresses. Do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with Elohim? See that? So friendship with the world is what? The state of feeling or being actively opposed or hostile to something or someone. So if you're a friend of the world, you're going to have enmity with God. Because guess what? You're going to have the love of the world. You're going to have the love of the world. And when the law of the Most High comes, you're going to reject it. You're going to be like, your lust, the lust of life and the pride of life, right? The lust of the world and the pride of life going to throw that cross in between you and the Most High. All right, when somebody get to speaking truth and facts to you, you're gonna start saying, oh well, making excuses. All right, to not be obedient to the will of the Most High. All right, so that's been it, man. Train up a child in the way it should go. Now that we understand what that means, train a child up in the way it should go in Torah. All right, that's been my time, man. I'm out.